Hello guys, Jaime Topete here, back again to talk to you guys about certificate of deposits. So a certificate of deposit is similar to what we spoke about last week, a savings account, but this is a fixed savings account. It's a fixed savings certificate. Fixed meaning there's a fixed maturity date and a fixed interest. The difference between these two is just the time and the contract you sign in order to keep this money in there for a certain amount of time. And if you do choose to pull the money out before this time period, then there is a fee you have to pay. There is an early withdrawal fee, which is 3/12 of the money that you have earned from interest. Not the total money you put in there, but it's the money that you have gained, the interest. 3/12 of that will be taken away if you choose to pull out the money early. So let's talk about the certificate of deposits. Certificate of deposits are offered from different banking systems. They're offered from brick and mortar, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and they're offered on online banking systems such as Synchrony and Ally, the ones we spoke about last week in the savings video. I currently use Synchrony, and I love it so far. I opened up a 5-year one, and I'm 2 years deep, and you do get the money. It is true. There is a somewhat linear range of time periods that you can choose to open up your account. It can tailor everybody's life really. It ranges from one month to 5 years. I chose a 5-year one. And the longer you leave your money in there for, the longer the contract, the more money you will get back. And these range from 35.35% to 2%, sorry. So 0.35 to 2% is what you'll find in the average market. Mine was 2% because I chose a 5-year plan. I think the bank that I chose, Synchrony, is currently at 1.8 or 1.9. It drops a little, but some other banks do go up to 2. They're competing for resources or customers, which is us and you and I. And I took some notes here. So they range from 1 month to 5 years, which we spoke about already. And they have an early withdrawal fee, which is 3/12 of the interest you have returned. Not the money you put in, but the interest you have obtained from leaving your money in there. That's very important. And there is a somewhat linear growth depending, the amount of time you leave the money in there for, the amount of money you will get back. The interest return rate will also increase as well. It's pretty linear, somewhat linear. And the savings account we spoke about last time, for both brick and mortar banks and online banks, are both FDIC approved or insured for up to 250K, which means that you don't have to worry about your money. I'm just telling you guys this so you guys don't worry about it. And that covers this week's topic, which is certificate of deposits. I highly recommend them, and I recommend that you open one up only if you plan on leaving the money in there for more than 1 year, because some of these banks, their APYs are actually lower than 1% if the money is left less than 1 year, which, if you guys remember from last week's video, the fixed savings account return rate is 1% for a savings account, meaning you can pull your money in and out and add money to the account and pull it out whenever you need it, and it's 1%. Some banks have a certificate of deposit that is 0.5%, 0.45%, depending on the time, which usually falls within less than 1 year. So you're actually not making as much money as you could if you open up a certificate of deposit for less than 1 year. So my tip is online savings account for 1% if the money is going to be left for less than 1 year, and you can pull this money in and out, and you can add more, and you can take away money. If you plan on leaving the money in there for more than 1 year, then go certificate of deposit, because the rates are usually higher than 1%, up to 2%. And that money that you do leave in for the certificate of deposits, it should be money that you won't need with 100% certainty for the next 2, 3, 4 years, depending on how much time you allot it. So I hope you learned something about certificate of deposits, and thank you for watching.